What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Subscriber Sunday. Now guys, I want to say a big thank you to everybody who has sent in their questions this week. It really does mean a lot to me. Thank you guys, and if you want to ever send your questions in for another episode of Subscriber Sunday, all of my links, my Twitter, my Snapchat, my Instagram are all in the description below. They are the best places to contact me and to put your questions if you want it to be featured in next Sub Sunday. But guys, let's get started with this week's Sub Sunday and let's take a look at the fan art. Right guys, starting off with this week's fan art. Now we have an awesome piece of fan art from the Exotic Marshmallow, and they sent me this on Twitter, and it's kind of like a line art kind of drawing of me and Zai. This is our profile picture for our second channel, Ricky and Zai, and it's really cool. I can tell you didn't trace this or anything like that. You've just kind of drew this freehand, and it's really accurate. It does actually look like me and Zai, other than like my moustache looks really thick and I don't have a moustache like that, but other than that, it's really cool drawing, and thank you so much for sending that in. Right guys, so let's move on to the questions. Now the first question comes from Diamond Creeper 101 on YouTube, and they ask, hey Biggs, I got a few questions for you. Number 1, how long have you had your PC? Number 2, have you and Zai ever watched A Walk to Remember or Selena? Number 3, when will you do a setup tour? Right, so number 1, how long have I had my PC? Now I have had my PC for quite a while now, ever since I actually started doing YouTube videos, since 2012. That's how long I've had my PC. I'm actually due an upgrade. Like, I've upgraded parts of my PC here and there, like I've upgraded my hard drives, my graphics card, my memory, just little pieces here and there over the years, but I'm actually due a new PC and I'm looking to get a new one, but I just don't know what I'm going to get yet. So I probably will be getting a new PC pretty soon, probably within like the next 6 months for sure. Number 2, have you and Zai ever watched The Walk to Remember or Selena? I have never watched either of their movies, but Zai has been bugging me to watch Selena. She keeps going on about me to watch Selena with her, so I'll probably end up doing that sooner rather than later, but I have never seen any of their movies personally. And number 3 is, when will you do a setup tour? This is the most requested question ever. Like, people keep asking me because I have been promising a setup tour since about 50,000 subscribers. I don't know why I've never done one. My main reason to never doing one, which I say all the time, is that I'm never happy with how my setup is, but I'm kind of like a perfectionist. I'm probably never going to be happy with how my setup is. Probably like if I like get a brand new setup, I'm probably never going to be happy with it until like I just never am, because I'm just a perfectionist. So there has to be a stage that one day that I'm going to sit down and be like, you know what, whether I'm happy with it or not, I'm going to show you my setup. It's probably going to be sooner rather than later. I'm approaching 200,000 subscribers soon. I don't have a special for that, so that could be the special for 2,000 subscribers. I don't want to make any promises though, because I've promised my setup tour before, but now I look at my setup sometimes and I'm like, you know what, I want it to be better. I want to get this, I want to get that, and the way I'm saying it is kind of like my setup's bad, but it's not. It's actually a pretty nice setup, but I'm just a perfectionist sometimes. But thank you so much for sending in your questions, Diamond Creeper. So the next question comes from Ruben Plays Martins, and they ask, Biggs, please put this in Sub Sunday. Number 1, what was your first game you played? Number 2, what was the first game console you had? Number 3, what do you love about Minecraft? And number 4, when does Minecraft Comes Alive come out? Thanks, love you. By the way, I have the same birthday as you and Zai. That's really cool. So your birthday is also on September the 24th. So happy birthday to you, like a couple of days, last week, right? Yeah, last Saturday is my birthday. How could I forget? So happy birthday to you as well. So the questions are, what was my first game I ever played? I did answer this question before, but the first game I ever played was James Pond on the Sega Mega Drive. It's a long time ago. Some of you probably don't even know what console that is or what game it is. Just Google it. Videos do come up about it. It's a really weird game. It's a fish who was James Bond, like a secret agent. I don't know. It's the weirdest game I ever played. I was super young. My dad got it one day and I played it, and that was it. Number 2, what was the first game console I had? That was the first game console I had, the Sega Mega Drive. That was my very first game console. I don't even know if it was mine. It might have been my dad's, but I just played it a lot when I was younger. I think that's what it was. Number 3, what do I love about Minecraft? That's a good question. I think the main thing I love about Minecraft is the fact that it's such a game that you can do anything with. Like, you can do whatever you want and the possibilities are kind of like endless. That's the thing I love about it the most, I think. I remember when I first played my first like sandbox open world game, and that was The Sims 1, I think it was. And the first time I ever played it was like my first PC game that I ever played was The Sims. And I played it for hours because I could do whatever I wanted on it. I did use cheats, I'm not gonna lie, I did use cheats like the Rosebud and stuff like that, and I gave myself loads of money. But the reason I liked it is because I just like building a house. I just like building their mansions and stuff like that, and you could just build whatever you want. And I think when the first time I played Minecraft, it kind of had the same appeal to me. Like, I could just build whatever I wanted, when I wanted, make whatever I wanted. And it's that kind of freedom that you can do in Minecraft. You can do absolutely anything. I think that is my favorite thing about the game. And when does Minecraft Comes Alive come out? I honestly do not know. That is the honest answer, guys. Lately I've been focusing a lot on other series, and I've been kind of taking my channel in a little bit different direction, doing more builds, doing more tutorials and stuff like that, and that's been my main focus on my channel lately. I haven't really done role plays that often, and Minecraft Comes Alive was kind of like a one-off special series for me when I did it. So if I ever get around to a situation where I'm not doing as much tutorials or as much builds, then that's definitely a series that I could focus on a lot more when I decide to do that. But at the moment I have no time frame for when it will be released. I would love to do another series of it. It's definitely going to come one day. I just don't know when that is, because at the moment my main focus is on doing my other series, because they're doing really well on my channel and people seem to really enjoy it. So because people really enjoy them series at the moment, they are my main focus. The next question comes from Safebox on Twitter, and they ask, Biggs, can you do a special Chaoscraft video with Professor Chaos? I miss your collabs with him. Safebox, I think you've changed your name, because I do remember your avatar, but I don't think your name was Safebox before. But you must be a very long time subscriber if you remember my collabs with Professor Chaos. They were some of the most fun videos I've ever made. I really did enjoy making them. I would love to do a one-off special episode with Professor Chaos. I really would. It would just be nostalgic, you know, back in the day. That's how I started off my YouTube channel, doing collabs with him. So I'd love to do that. It all comes down to timing, schedules and stuff like that. Like, Professor Chaos has moved on from YouTube now. He's like got a job. He's moved. I spoke to him not too long ago. Like, he got a new job. He's moving to a new state and stuff like that. So he's moving on with his life. He's gone in a total different direction. I'm doing YouTube. That's the direction that I chose to go in. So I have a lot more time to do YouTube. When people who don't do YouTube and they've got other stuff going on in their life, they might not have as much time. I don't talk to him as much as what I used to talk to him. I talk to him whenever he gets a chance, or whenever I get a chance to talk to him, just to kind of like catch up and stuff like that. But when I will speak to him the next time, maybe I will ask him, like, do you want to do a one-off collab? It's a bit awkward considering we haven't done anything like that in such a long time, and he doesn't really do YouTube at all anymore. I know he still watches YouTube and stuff, because he messaged me about a month ago, I think, about a certain video that I did. That was kind of funny. But yeah, maybe it's something that I'll bring up if we have a conversation one day. I don't know, might be a bit awkward, but I would definitely be open to the idea of doing a one-off collab with him. I think it would be fun, and I think it would be nostalgic for the old viewers who missed them kind of collabs. Right guys, let's move on to the Snapchats. So the first Snapchat this week is from Laura, and she sends me a question saying, have you ever been bullied in school? Now Laura, thank you so much for sending that in. I've never ever been bullied in school, ever. Like, I think I'm just lucky that way, but some people I talk to that are similar age to me and went to school when I went to school with, I kind of think bullying wasn't as prominent when I went to school. I think bullying is more of a problem nowadays than it was back when I went to school. Like, I don't know many friends of mine that got bullied. I don't know people who I talk to who are similar age to me that got bullied. But nowadays you kind of hear it a lot more that people do get bullied and stuff like that, and it's kind of a big problem and things like that. So luckily enough, I never ever experienced that. I never experienced getting bullied myself. I never saw friends of mine getting bullied and stuff. I've had one-off occasions where people were mean to me and stuff like that, but I didn't really consider that as bullying because I just was mean back to them or something like that, or someone was picking on one of my friends and then you kind of like jump in and stop it, and then it never happened again. So I just kind of consider them as like one-off occasions, but I never ever like reoccurringly got bullied or got picked on over and over again, or never saw anyone get picked on like that. If you are getting bullied, and I did answer this before in a Sub Sunday question before, if you are getting bullied, guys, just tell someone. That is the best thing you can do. No matter how scary it might seem, that like you might think it's going to get worse or something like that, it won't. If you tell someone, it will get better. That's the best thing you can do. But no, I've never been bullied myself. The next Snapchat is from Ryan, and he asked me a question saying, what are your biggest fears? Now I have quite a few fears, to be honest. I'm quite a wimp. My biggest fear is spiders. That is my worst fear. I honestly think I have like arachnophobia or something like that. I cannot stand spiders. I hate them. If there's a spider in my room, or it's a spider in my house somewhere, I will go in the opposite direction. I will run. That's why I'm lucky to have Zai. It's probably like 20% of the reason why she is my girlfriend, because she kills the spiders for me. Like, that is a big plus right there. I love her for that. She kills any spiders that she sees, and yeah, I'm lucky to have someone like her who kills the spiders for me. That is one of my biggest fears, spiders. I cannot stand them. My next fear is insects. I'm not scared of all insects, but any kind of like crawling insects with legs and long legs and stuff like that, don't like any of them. But the biggest fear is spiders. And I would have to say, right, a fear that I never thought I had, but when I think back to things over the years, something that kind of makes me feel a bit funny is heights. I never thought I was scared of heights, but I've been in things like where I'm high up on top of buildings and stuff like that, and I can never go to the edge. It kind of freaks me out a bit, but I wouldn't say I'm terrified. Like I would still go to the top of a building, but I wouldn't go to like the edge of a building and stuff like that. I don't know if that's a fear, but that's something that kind of freaks me out a bit when I'm on the top of a building or something like that. But yeah, they're probably my biggest fears. I can't really think of anything else right now. I'm not really scared of, or I was kind of scared of dogs when I was younger, not so much now, but I'm not really scared of any animals, anything like that. So probably insects, spiders, and heights somewhat. The next Snapchat comes from Ree, and she asked me, what is your favourite Disney film? Mine is Tinkerbell. Now my favourite Disney film has to be The Lion King. That is my favourite one of all time. I've seen the play of it. I've watched the movie a million times when I was a kid. That is my favourite movie, hands down. I can't really think of any other movie that stands out to me, and I have to say The Lion King is my favourite Disney film. The next Snapchat comes from Jeannie, and they ask, hi Ricky, will you ever do collabs with other big YouTubers? Now this is a question that actually comes up a lot, surprisingly. Now I have answered this a few times on different occasions, like in videos, in live streams and stuff like that, and I will answer this one in this Sub Sunday as well. Now I think some people have the misconception that it's easy to collaborate with big YouTubers. Like I get asked a lot of times like, oh Biggs, can you do a video with Dan TDM? Now I kind of laugh when I hear them questions, because it's kind of like, guys, it's not that easy. Dan TDM probably doesn't even know who I am. I'm a small, tiny YouTuber compared to Dan TDM. He has like 10 million or probably even more subscribers. I have 100,000, 190,000. Like, I am tiny compared to him. He probably doesn't even know I exist. So, will I ever do big collabs with big YouTubers? Probably not, because the opportunity is probably not there. They don't know I exist, sadly enough. If I ever got a chance to do a collab with Dan TDM or something like that, I would 100%, but that's probably sadly never going to happen because I'm a tiny YouTuber compared to them. But if we're going to talk about YouTubers that are the same size as me, like other YouTubers that have 100,000 subscribers, maybe even like 50,000 subscribers and stuff like that, then 100% I would do collabs with with them. I've done collabs with YouTubers who are the similar size to me, like when I did my YouTuber versus YouTuber series. All of the YouTubers in that series were YouTubers that were kind of similar size to me, or smaller than me, or slightly bigger than me. That is the kind of YouTubers that I am more likely to do collabs with, because it's more realistic. I cannot do collabs with Skydoes Minecraft, I cannot do collabs with DanTDM, because they just sadly don't know I exist. They probably don't know who I am, and they're just such huge YouTubers. It's kind of hard to approach them and say, do you want to collab? Because it's kind of weird, isn't it? It's kind of weird that I'm like 100,000 subscriber YouTuber going up to like a 10 million subscriber YouTuber saying, hey, do you want to collab? I don't know them personally, so it's kind of weird. The kind of like the motives would be all wrong and kind of thing. So I kind of don't think that's ever will be possible, but if I do know YouTubers around my size and stuff like that, then I'm 100% open to any kind of collab if they're a similar size to me and stuff like that. But guys, there we go. That is all we have time for today. Thank you so much for all the questions that you sent in this week, guys. I really do appreciate it. Guys, if you want your question to be featured in next Subscriber Sunday, make sure to leave a comment down below for your questions, or you can put them to me on Twitter or on Snapchat or on Instagram. I nearly forgot all my stuff there. They are all the things that you can send them to me on, guys. But thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next episode of Subscriber Sunday.